World of Tanks versus War Thunder. Two giants in the armoured warfare gaming scene, each with their own fan base. Mechanics may the best bush win. Today we are checking out how the games are looking and running after 10 long years on console comparison and to see how they look after 10 years on console. Give them a dive on the PlayStation 5, let's see how the games have evolved and ultimately find out which one holds up to player standards who will survive. And who will survive 2025? Even if you're new, stay tuned, get an idea on where to start grinding first. It can be time-consuming deciding where to start. We will go over pricing and affordability between the two. Grind and invest in now. Both games have had immense graphics updates. Let's have a look at what they have to offer as of December 2024. I have to admit this is an area where War Thunder takes the cake in 2024. The level of detail is mind-blowing. Has truly earned a hats off in that department, Gaijin, the creators of War Thunder, and you have nailed it. Every aspect of the game looks out. I have noticed even in the lower battle rating tanks and vehicles where you would not expect to look so refined. As though no stone has been left unturned in this latest update, you can see the developers behind graphics here are absolute legends. Let me tell you something, it is not just in the bushes. I love the level of customization we see across both games. The ability to deck your tank out is an epic feature. I have never been more satisfied simply digging a trench with a T-72. I never imagined it would look this good, did you? The level of realism in War Thunder has reached a level where defense forces are using it for simulator combat training. I genuinely feel honored playing a game with such a level of prestige. As far as air-to-air combat goes, nothing beats it in my personal opinion. After 25 years gaming on console, there is nothing like it. War Thunder and World of Tanks are in another league, mate, in terms of air-to-air combat alone. No game can even scratch the surface of War Thunder. At least not on console. It is going to be like that for a long time. All I gotta say is good luck to any new title. Over the last 10 years, not a single game released has me coming back like a little kid apart from War Thunder and World of Tanks. I've never had a more difficult time deciding which game I want to play first. World of Tanks has been bringing out new entertainment without pause, assuring its community they are not playing a dying or dead game. Fast-paced gameplay where teamwork makes the dream work. 8 shot counts. I never thought I would end up investing so many years into a game. Yet I'm on there every day like a lost puppy, having played on both so long. Not to mention War Thunder is blowing me away in every aspect. It is very easy to get hooked. One area where World of Tanks is leading is the controls are preset to the best options, no fiddling around required. Whereas on War Thunder it is a major issue from lower to higher battle ratings. Despite this, the gameplay, the community, seeing how far it has come, always keep me returning. The effort Wargaming and Gaijin have been putting in has not gone unnoticed. I sometimes need to pinch myself when I see games are looking this good on console. On a good TV, they both look unreal. You can see the games are headed in the right direction from a gamer's point of view. Don't think that just because these are quote free to play games that they don't receive regular updates. They actually receive more than all the big titles combined. To be honest, both World of Tanks and War Thunder get endless updates. World of Tanks alone receives one every 7 days, coupled with bigger updates coming for the season pass, etc. Keeping the games fresh and players coming back. After playing both of them for so many years, I am still not sick of either. Unlike 90% of the game titles I have played to date, Grand Theft Auto as well as Call of Duty just don't have the same vibe. After 20 years of playing them, it becomes mind-numbing. Armored warfare is a breath of fresh air on console. The simple game mechanics, being able to meet people and enjoy such fast action gameplay where you learn about military tactics vehicles and strategies is what it is all about for me. Did I mention I love a good bush? Personally, games like Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto seem to expire after a while. I have played Grand Theft Auto 5 that much that I'm not even keen. For Grand Theft Auto 6, making the investment to sweat feel pointless. I never feel the urge to return, quite like War Thunder and World of Tanks. I can never stay away for too long. To be honest, when Grand Theft Auto 6 gets released, first thing I'm doing is raiding the military base and hardware. The moment a new military vehicle comes out on Grand Theft Auto, people go crazy. No point, mate, come to War Thunder up. We have all military vehicles anyone could want or need across these free-to-play titles. You're looking at over 1,000 tanks alone, not to mention jets boats. Missiles making things go boom, the ultimate stress ball. In a nutshell, World of Tanks is more of an arcade simulator, and it's honestly all you need sometimes. The graphics and sound effects are crying for an update. But I have seen worse games out there. Fast past arcade is the best. It keeps you on your feet, with most battles ending within the 5-minute mark. It's hard not to have a great time. Even if you don't, you're not forced to stay in a 1,520 minutes battle. War Thunder is definitely on the sweatier side. World of Tanks does not require bullet drop adjustment. War Thunder requires bullet drop extensive map knowledge. And being able to ambush and having good situational awareness will get you far. That is what makes World of Tanks more accessible. both in terms of affordability and for us older gamers 30 and up who are getting too old to rush like we did 10 years ago. I got to admit, air-to-air combat on War Thunder is a lot more cruisy. Yes, it requires more skill, but it does not take as long to develop. However, I am definitely not going to dismiss War Thunder as a great tanking simulator. Just because it is more difficult in the end, the grind feels worth it. It's a hobby at the end of the day, no expensive one if I enjoy something I don't think about the little things. I have accepted the fact that I am a kamikaze on War Thunder. Surviving is not something I usually do, lol. I hope for the best, expect the worst, that way I'm never disappointed. Work smart, not hard, just kidding. Dying usually happens a lot faster in War Thunder, most times with a single shot to one of the critical modules like ammunition storage racks and fuel tanks. It's a mean grind. It's the reason why so many people turn away from games like World of Tanks and War Thunder without giving them a proper shot. But hey, knowing that only around 5% of players on console have more than 2 nations past tier 6 on War Thunder, I feel bloody sweet. Another good thing to know on War Thunder is you have the ability to cross-play with PC players. Every mode, including arcade, has been heavily refined and is becoming a fantastic way to earn silver lions. The problem with silver lions is they are like pancakes. Takes forever to make them. When you do, it takes no time to eat them. Similar concept. There is no denying that War Thunder is surpassing World of Tanks in terms of graphics. But is it surpassing it in gameplay and overall experience? Having full platform transparency with PC data is a major selling point for a lot of us on console. From a console gamer's standpoint, I believe World of Tanks' simplicity and ease of approach makes it a game that will consistently call me back. It is deeply established as the go-to tanker game on console. Over the years, there is no doubt World of Tanks has been excelling in graphics and gameplay. I can imagine War Thunder with its recent graphic updates and enhancements have shaken up wargaming. However, War Thunder lacks the same level of ease of gameplay. In acquiring vehicles is a lengthy, expensive grind. Each top-tier vehicle can cost up to $1 million silver lions, and unfortunately, War Thunder does not give out free vehicles or anything, really just for playing. Let's have a look at some of the pricing differences across War Thunder and World Tanks as of December 2024. The majority of players on War Thunder, roughly 70%, know what they are doing. Across higher battle ratings, all it takes is 1 or 2 wrong moves and you're out. It's a game that requires endless play in order not to rust. Even when you think you're good, someone better is on your tail, making 65% of games sweat-festy hotboxes. The season pass is a mission to get around. I don't ever bother finishing it. Another thing, it is very expensive to purchase a top-tier vehicle, in most cases over $100. As you have noticed, World of Tanks roughly around $60 for a new tank or for something decent. If you're starting fresh on War Thunder, you may well not even have a good time until you invest a good $200 to $300 you want yet. Near your goal, even you will need to learn the mechanics and develop skills. Battle rating 6. 0 and up, it gets dicey. You need to know what you're doing. Over the 10 years playing War Thunder, I have never bothered purchasing Season Pass tanks, jets, nothing. The prices are astronomical. Purchasing Season Pass tanks, jets, nothing. The prices are astronomical. Although my grind is not as great as someone who has been here for 10 years, I am proud of my grind feels earned, as I have only ever purchased premium time. I limit myself to only spending $30 per month on gaming. It's not at the top of my financial priorities as a console gamer. You will most likely spend half a year going over your controller layout of players at top tier are bloody skilled veterans. You will not survive. The overall grind can take years and thousands of dollars to finally reach those top tier vehicles. Yes, the feeling you get when you do is unreal, until you realize you have a dozen nations to go. Spending hundreds, if not thousands, investing time and sweat, some cases years, only to realize you are nowhere near your goal, or you spent all that time researching a nation that does not do so well in the current meta. From the moment War Thunder released, this is a driving factor for a lot of players, both on console and PC. The moment people see the prices they pack there, balls and leave. For a game that is advertised free to play, it's actually the most expensive game across the whole console. Fortnite and Call of Duty are affordable when actually compared. They don't even come close for in-game content. At least they have special discount events. On War Thunder, there is 1 or 2 specials per year. When comparing in-game purchases, you're looking at minimum $25 per month on premium time. For War Thunder alone, World of Tanks gives you premium time just for playing. Personally, I believe the biggest issue next to pricing that War Thunder is facing is the controller scheme. Whenever I reach higher tiers, I am constantly looking back at the control menu to see what is what, adding or readjusting. In the beginning, this was once fun and unique, having the ability to do my control scheme. However, I like after a major update my saved controller layout got deleted multiple times. This gets very frustrating after a while. Most War Thunder diehards reckon it is impossible to play on console without a keyboard. Honestly, I can plug a keyboard into my PlayStation anytime. I just refuse to. I feel like I have worked my way around it finally. Overall, having to worry so much about controls makes spending big money on the game unjustified. If War Thunder wants consumers' wallet, this is what needs to be fixed. World of Tanks, on the other hand, although it is a lengthy grind as well, the game consistency rewards you along the way. After your first year of playing, you will have a significant amount of free premium tanks which will boost how much you earn, not to mention vehicles some extremely overpowered worth over $60 up front. In-game content is significantly cheaper across World of Tanks. In addition, you will receive tanks from the Season Pass and earn operations which are easy to complete. You just need to play the game. This is what I like about World of Tanks. You don't constantly feel the need to spend money and grind like there is no tomorrow. If you want to save money, best advice is it is highly beneficial to have premium time as it increases your in-game rewards. I have been playing over 10 years I have over 270 tanks, more than 70% of which are given premium. After all these years, I have only ever purchased a dozen tanks. Thank you, Wargaming, for being so generous. Bloody love you. But please, Wargaming, I would love vehicles in World of Tanks to sound better. The vehicles sound so beefy in War Thunder. I am a bit disappointed in that department. You can feel the bass and roar of the engine in War Thunder, great heads-up display. Along with improved graphics, I believe World of Tanks will be a heavyweight contender in 2025. Even if crossplay with PC does not happen, there is no excuse. Why we should not have better graphics and sound effects? Even though the grind across both games is meaner than my mother-in-law, I am still loving it. I feel like I have earned something as valuable as Joel Dolt. Speaking of the endless grind, War Thunder over all the years playing has never actually given me a tanks or jets. Even the Season Pass is an endless grind. I do not understand why they have made the game so money hungry. I understand top tier jets are awesome, but most players will never get there just by grinding to purchase one. You're looking at over $100 Australian dollars. Jets are awesome, but to someone new, they can take from weeks to months, years, just to learn how to play a trough or lower bat ratings. Once they get to jets, it's a different world. Gaming is nothing like it used to be. But on a good note, I have to say there is not a single aspect of War Thunder which has not been heavily updated and improved since the day I started playing. The gaming developers here don't hold back when trying to deliver a great experience. Naval to air combat, everything has been refined to the point where I'm a kid in a candy shop every time I play it. Not many games do that for me. After so many years of playing, I would highly suggest giving it a chance. Everything you get in War Thunder will be either out of your own pocket or out of the time you spend playing the game, which will be long my final conclusion. Personally, I believe World of Tanks is better in delivering a quick and great tanking experience that is more enjoyable across console. War Thunder is a lengthy, sweaty grind that truly feels worth it in the end. I have to say World of Tanks on console wins this race. It has a special place on console for the last 10 years. There is no denying that War Thunder will be its biggest contender in 2025. I am excited to see what both games will throw at us. Thing I love about World of Tanks is as soon as you start the game, you're in Garage Select Tank, enter queue for battle. No fiddling around with controls, they are set exactly the way you would expect them to. The dynamic arcade feel makes it feel like I'm playing Black Ops 2 on a speedrun, rather than a slow tank game. Even though you only have one life per battle depending on the category of vehicle. Light, heavy, medium, TD can have anywhere from 410 shots before I am dead. As you will see in this awesome gameplay, unlike War Thunder one-shot you're dead 9/10 times, I do not have to sweat thinking some major league gamer in War Thunder is going to snipe me from 2 kilometers away with one shot. Controls, as I mentioned on World of Tanks, are perfectly set to the way I need them. I do not have to sweat thinking some major league gamer in War Thunder is going to snipe me from 2 kilometers away with one shot. The controls, as I mentioned on World of Tanks, are perfectly set to the way I need them. And where I know they are going to be, I have invested thousands of hours into War Thunder, getting my jets and tanks to top tiers, yet there is so many settings I am unable to effortlessly add to my controller, i.e. lock. On target on World, its R1 gunner takes over and instantly locks. On target, despite the range, if there is a clear shot, boom. You do not need to aim, the gunner does that while you focus on driving, locating next target, etc. That also makes zooming in on target those few seconds quicker. War Thunder is a major contender in 2025 World of Tanks, and War Thunder may only be underdogs in the console gaming industry, and they are not to be dismissed. And these developers just need to realize their players are their priority, but that is on another video. Overall, gamers are not going to invest their money into a game that doesn't acknowledge its key flaw. There is no way to comfortably play on War Thunder without premium time, which costs up to over $30 per month. In contrast, World of Tanks gives you gold just for playing it. Last time I received 500,000 silver in War Thunder was 5 years ago, trough a drop in saying so. I absolutely love air-to-air combat in War Thunder. It is honestly unmatched by any other game by my standards on console. It genuinely feels worth the time you invest, although the control scheme there is just as bad at times. I will manage, as they say, no sacrifice, no victory. Everything will be good in due time. It is hard to pick a winner for 2024, as World of Tanks has by far mastered console tanking both in terms of controls and experience. Ultimately, the winner is whichever game you decide to grind for the next few years. If you're looking for an arcade, fast-paced experience, go for World of Tanks. If you want a game more realistic that will make your heart stomp each time you go around the corner, pick World of Tanks. Either way, you will not be disappointed. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Stay tuned for more SMOKIEEE. Like and subscribe for more action.
destroyed!